Hey there, what's up guys, this is Crypto Mac and we are watching Crypto Cricks. Hope you guys are doing great today. Before going to this video, please like this video and also subscribe to this channel in order to support this channel. So today we have massive news that is from Ethereum, that is Ethereum Bitcoin compass yield farming with fiat money printing. We know that yield farming is a craze now, it's going huge and people are locking their money in DeFi, and we are going to see this one, what he says about yield farming. And next we have the news about Ethereum gas fees. We have discussed a lot about this, but it's still a problem, and it's quite reaching 500k dollars, and as ETH price hit 2020 high at $486. So we are going to discuss this one and what are the solution available now in order to have a less gas fees. We are going to see that one, and we are going to see some of the altcoin updates. So stay tuned. Let's dive into this video. First of all, we can do market analysis in CoinGecko, and let's see today in terms of top 10 coins. We have Bitcoin that is 1.2% up. We have Ethereum 6.1% up, breaking the $440 resistance, and now it is staying at $470. We have XRP 5% up, and we have Chainlink 0.3% up. We have Polkadot minus 4.8%, but it was pumping a lot during the past days. Now it is in the consolidation phase. You can see Bitcoin Cash 5.5% up, Litecoin 1.2% up, Cardano minus 0.3% down, and Bitcoin SV 4.3% up. Let's see the top gainers for the past 24 hours. The past 24 hours we have DeFi Money, that is YFI, and it's yield farming. Its past 24 hours it is 138.7%. and it's huge, guys. It's huge. In past 7 days it is 780% up. This is what happening with the yield farming, and they are locking money. And we have Band Protocol, that is 16.6% up. We have Tron 15.7% up, Elrond 10.3% up. We have Binance Coin that is 8.5% up, Curve DAO token, this also 8.5% up. So these are the gainers for the past 24 hours. Let's see the losers. We have Ampleforth minus 30.3% down. We know that it's a rebase coin. It's tried to bring the price of the Ampleforth to $1. So now it is increasing the supply and decreasing the price. This is what happening now. And next, BZX protocol, that is minus 24.3%, but in the past 7 days 74, and Ampleforth also in past 7 days 120.8% up. Next, Aragon, we have minus 13.7% down, and next is Synthetix Network minus 10.5% down, Swipe minus 9.6% down, Waves minus 9.4%, YAM version 2 is minus 9.2% down. So these are the losers, and in terms of these things, some of the coins are in a consolidation phase after making the highs. And we have Kusama, that is minus 8.2% down, but it pumped a lot during past 7 days. So these are the losers today. Next, what we are going to see is the news. First news is that is Ethereum, that is Bitcoin compass yield farming with fiat money printing. Ethereum inventor Vitalik Buterin has compassed yield farming method to fiat money printing by central banks, and he criticizes the lack of sustainable strategy for generating cash flows by issuing tokens. And you can see here the total value locked in DeFi is it's going to hit $10 billion. It's insane, guys, and it is in short period of time. You can see how the money went up parabolic, and this is huge in terms of the money which is locked in DeFi. And what he is mentioning is, Ethereum's leader once again spoke out against yield farming in DeFi sector. Since the beginning of DeFi fever, Bitcoin has questioned the sustainability of the market. So it's like pumping a lot in a short period of time. Whether it is sustainable, that is more important, because these projects are one by one. Lots of projects are coming. Like we have Sushi, we have lots of things are coming. YAM version 2. Again, we have YFI, DeFi money, YFI value. Lots of things are coming. So in terms of yield farming, but whether these projects are sustainable in long term, that is more important. However, the investors continue to pump money into it, with the total value locked in Ethereum's DeFi sector reaching a new all-time high of $9 billion. In the last 2 days alone, it has attracted $2 billion. So you can see investors are locking their money and making and pumping the market. And you can see here they have in the last 2 days alone, it was $2 billion. It's huge, guys. And while Buterin admitted he is far away from being DeFi's smartest mind, the inventor of Ethereum also said that he still stay away from the yield farming. He's still staying away from yield farming. At least Buterin said until it becomes sustainable ecosystem. What he's saying is until this market, until this yield farming and other things become sustainable, until this DeFi becomes sustainable ecosystem, he is away from yield farming and DeFi things. So Buterin's biggest criticism was directed towards the token economy. So he's mainly criticizing about this token economy, how it's behaving, because some of these tokens are issued as a governance tokens to empower and increase community participation. And Finance Wi-Fi token has received a particular attention after exceeding the price of $30,000 before Bitcoin. From the point of view, the co-creator of Ethereum, these tokens are being printed non-stop like fiat money coming out of central bank. Like the dollar which is printed by central bank, now these tokens, lots of tokens are coming for yield farming. And they are like printing new tokens, and what if something happens? So it is very risk in terms of having these projects. So most of the risk projects will have higher returns. That is what happening now in terms of yield farming, and lots of things going on. Higher fees on Ethereum network, we can see this here. That is about because of these projects and because of these congestion over Ethereum network. And you can see here Ethereum gas fees reaches $500K as ETH price hits to 2020 high at $486. And you can see Ethereum miners are earning a lot. They earned a record of $500K in the fees in a single hour, raising concern about network stability. You can see transaction fees on Ethereum network have recently reached new hardly high record. On an on-chain analytics from Glassnode, the miners on the network earned over $500K in just 1 hour today as Ether rallied. Currently sitting at its 2020 high of $486, Ether rallied 10% today. The spike in network activity thought to be related to the launch of SushiSwap. The SushiSwap has been launched, a fork of Uniswap that has hit $1 billion total value locked in less than 24 hours. It's huge, guys. See, SushiSwap in 24 hours, the total value logged in that project is $1 billion. It's going a lot, it's going high and high. So there are huge risks in these projects. But these news are good for Ethereum miners because they are getting huge transaction fees and they are earning lots of money. But it is not good for the investors who are paying lots of fees, lots of transaction fees. However, it points to an ever-growing issue in the sustainability of Ethereum in the short and long term. While DeFi seems to be leading to a renewed bull run for Ether, it also seems the major cause for its technical issues. So now we know that DeFi is a boom and it is growing a lot, but still this transaction fees is major problem for Ethereum in terms of Ethereum's sustainability in terms of short term and long term. Centralized finance sector, that is DeFi sector, continues to push the activity beyond the network limits. Congestion on the network leads to higher number of unconfirmed transactions. This is a major problem with Ethereum, and you can see longer wait times and higher fees as users compete to get their transaction confirmed faster. This issue also makes some smart contracts virtually unusable and extremely crucial problem for the future of Ethereum as a smart contract platform. This has to be considered. This is a huge problem. Because of this huge congestion, the network can lead to higher number of unconfirmed transactions. So there can be a possible of unconfirmed transaction because of this congestion. That is one of the major problem. Next is longer wait times. Second problem. Then higher fees. How higher fees is? The investors, the people, what they do is the users, they will pay high fees to get their transactions confirmed faster, because you need to pay huge fees in order to get your transaction confirmed faster. If you are paying small gas fees, the waiting period for the confirmation of transaction will be long. So what the users will do is they will, in order to compete, what they will do is they will be paying huge fees in order to make the transaction faster. That is confirmation of transaction faster. Sometimes there will be an unconfirmed transactions can happen. Actually, these issues are making extremely a crucial problem for the future of Ethereum as a smart contract platform. So there are lots of alternative comings. We know that Cardano is going to release the Gogun, that is a small contract application, and we have discussed about this in the previous video about Cardano. And they are going to provide they are going to concentrate on DeFi sector also. They are going to provide lots of things for DeFi sectors, and they are going to launch about this Plutus framework, lots of things happening in Cardano community, and about the Gogun release. But if Ethereum is having this problem for a long time, and after once the Cardano releases their Gogun, that is Gogun is released, we can expect most of the DeFi is turning towards that platform, if it is since they are going to deliver highly scalable solutions. And second thing is we have Polkadot. Polkadot also it's providing high scalability, and also they can support DeFi. So lots of Polkadot is a huge giant, and it has huge technology over there compared to Ethereum. And we have Cosmos. So there are lots of ecosystem available that are interoperable and highly scalable compared to Ethereum. So if this problem persists long, and if there is a delay for Ethereum 2.0, that is covering the scalability issues, and if these things happens, and if ETH 2.0 delays, means Ethereum's future as a smart contract platform will be in a risk. So this has to be considered. Next, we have a major thing is the transaction cost remains major issue in the crypto as a whole. We know that in terms of nowadays in Bitcoin and also Ethereum's having high transaction fees, this is making the transfer of money little bit difficult. And because of these high transaction fees in the Bitcoin, now Bitcoin is classified as a digital gold rather than a currency. Because of this high transaction fees, now Bitcoin is considered as a digital gold because it has other characteristics like it is decentralized. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be it cannot be tampered. So because of these things, and it can be digitally stored. Because of these advantages, now Bitcoin is considered as a digital gold rather than a currency. And Ethereum also having high fees. These are the things, and Ethereum 2.1 second layer options are there now, and Ethereum 2.0 can able to solve these problems, that is scalability issues, but it has to be launched soon. And for now we have some scaling second layer options, that is we have OMG network that supports fast and cheap, safe and valuable transfer of ETH and any ERC tokens. So OMG networks are providing this one, and Vitalik Buterin, co-founder of Ethereum, also urged the community to take advantage of these solutions. To those replying with gas fees are too high, my answer to that is, well, then more people should be accepting payments directly through ZK, Zinc, Loopring, OMG. Seriously scaling to 2500 plus transaction per second, and for simple payments application is here, we just need to use it. So there are some second layer scaling solutions are there. OMG network is there, Loopring is there. So for now, what he is saying is you can use these options to have less gas fees. So next, these are about these newses, and we have seen this. Next, now we can see some altcoin updates, and we are going to discuss some of the coins which has high potential, and now it is in discounted price. That is, some of the coins are in consolidation phases. It's a time to buy some of the coins, and some of the coins have huge potential, and lots of updates are coming. So first one we are going to see is TrustSwap. TrustSwap, it is a huge potential coin having a market cap of $52 million. It's still a small coin. And in terms of the functions, in terms of the things they are doing is great. It is they are providing crypto subscriptions and lots of things. They have Launchpad, everything is going on. And in terms of the price, you can see it pumped a lot during previous days. It was launched around July. It's a quite new project, and it was pumped a lot during at the time of August 19th at that time, and it making a high of $1.6. Then it made a correction until $0.82. Now it is moving sideways. This is in the consolidation phase, so it's a good time to buy because people usually buy when the price goes up and sells when the price goes down. It is wrong. It is not good for investors to buy at the top and selling at the bottom. So we have to wait for consolidation phase. It's huge. It is the great opportunity, and it is the it will have a low risk. You can see. It pumps, then it has a consolidation. It pumps, then it has a consolidation. So it pumps again, and it had a correction. Then we are having a consolidation. If you buy at this, it is okay, the project is moving up. Okay, I'm buying here. What will happen? The price now went down, and it is providing a good discount. So don't buy at the top, and also don't buy at falling knives. If the price is falling down, don't buy at this area. Wait for a consolidation. That's the best time to buy. So in terms of TrustSwap, it pumped a lot to $1.62. Then it was dropped to 0.85. Now it is consolidating. It's a good time to buy, and it is the prices at discount. We have TrustSwap at discounted price. Next, what they are delivering is they are delivering huge. One of the major advantage of TrustSwap is the guy who is behind TrustSwap. He is Jeff Kadikis. He is a CEO, and he is a great guy in crypto field. So this is one of the important things for the people investing in TrustSwap. Next, we have is they are providing lots of things in there. There are key features. First one is crypto subscriptions. Crypto subscriptions are not provided by any projects in the crypto field. It is one of the major drawback in the crypto field. Now they are providing TrustSwap is providing crypto subscriptions. That is because lots of businesses are now dealing with subscription based billing methods like monthly subscriptions, annual subscriptions, because we need a subscription in crypto field. This is the one of the major drawback that doesn't have subscription based bill payments. But now using TrustSwap and we are getting crypto subscription, and they are providing Explore services, token sale launchpads. They have launchpads, wrapping as services. Lots of things are going on, and you can see the TrustSwap has been explained by lots of YouTubers, and they have covered a lot. This project has been covered by lots of YouTubers, including Ivan covered this one, and Altcoin Burst. So lots of things, Altcoin Daily. So lots of YouTubers also covering this, and it has huge potential, and it's a good time to buy now because now it is in consolidation. So it's a good time to buy. Next, we are going to see is the project is Origin Trial. Origin Trial is mainly focusing on supply chain systems. They are mainly into supply chain management, and you can see in terms of market cap, it is $47 million. It's quite small project. You can see it's quite smaller than TrustSwap, and so that is TrustSwap is $52 million. Now Origin Trial is $47 million, and it's quite small project. And it has you can see it is a rate of interest is 63.7%, and past 1 year it had a gain of 1140.2% up. It's huge, guys. And in past 30 days it is 98.8% up. So let's see the price, how it is behaving. If you see the price, and we have you can see it. You can see the price, it went from $0.06 and it made an all-time high of $0.27. Now it is having a recovery, and now it having went into consolidation phase. So we need to wait for a consolidation phase, then because you can see this, it's in the downtrend, it's sliding downwards. Then we have to wait for a consolidation phase in order to buy this coin. But it has huge potential in terms of supply chain. What they are delivering is huge. They have lots of partnerships, and they are delivering great things, and their use case is huge, guys. Use case is huge. That is more important in terms of the projects. But it's still a small project, so it has high hope, and we can do technical analysis for these projects in a separate video. Then we can know how the price is behaving and how the price actions are going. This is that Origin Trial, making supply chain works together. They have lots of things, that is standards and certification, BSI, British standards. They are having trusted factory, food traceability, and they have fashion and apparel traceability. They are providing unique digital product IDs, tell consumers the story of the clothing. So it's about the originality and the traceability of a product. So any product they can able to this can able to deliver the originality, and all the products will be having a digital product ID. So it's huge. Actually, VeChain was doing this kind of things, but that project is from China. This is from Western world, and VeChain is doing these kind of things in supply chain. But it's VeChain is quite a big project. It's already a grown project. But in terms of Origin Trial, it is a new, and it is somewhat smaller project. So in terms of smaller project, we can expect high returns in future. In comparing VeChain, VeChain is a huge project. It is in top, I think 20. I think so. Yeah, it is in top 21 or rankings. But Origin Trial, you can see in terms of market cap, it is the place of 200. So quite a long space to grow. and they have partnership, that is enterprise data interoperability is their network operating systems. They have partnership with Oracle. So these are the partnerships. They have BSI, Oracle, GS1, it's a standard, and lots of things are going with Origin Trail, and we can analyze this project separately using technical, and both we'll be analyzing them in a separate video. And next we have is Unitrade. Unitrade is very much important because Unitrade, they are providing automated solutions for buy and sell, and in Uniswap, because Uniswap it is a decentralized exchange. Unitrade is a decentralized exchange, but in Uniswap we can't schedule or automated buy or sell when the price reaches, for example, when a price reaches $10, buy this token. We can't set all these automated things in Uniswap. So Unitrade is providing these automated solutions to be settled in Uniswap. So it's huge, and it is huge in terms of what they are providing. In terms of price, it's now climbing up. So it's not a good time to buy now, but we can wait for some consolidation in terms of this project. It's a new project. Actually, it was, if you see maximum, it was launched in August, and it made a consolidation over a certain period, and now it's pumping, and now it is not a good time to buy, but wait for the consolidation and let's buy it later. So this has to be kept in radar, and it is a quite small project, we can see, and it's a quite small project. It has a market cap of $34 million, so it's quite small now, and amazing announcements are coming there, amazing things are coming here. You can see it is a DeFi trading platform built on Uniswap. What are the things they can do is, what are the features it can provide is, here, automate your trades. You can automate your trades. You will now able to place sell or buy orders, target prices on Uniswap. So in Uniswap, you can able to set certain target prices to buy or sell. Through the AnyTrade platform, you'll be able to execute a buy order if a token price reaches, that is what I said. So if the price reaches $0.5, it will buy that particular token, or if you can also sell if it drops below $0.25. Like, you can automate your trades, and you can schedule buys and sells, and liquidity management, chart and analytics are there. They are providing lots of that is charts about these coins. That is more important in terms of decentralized exchange, because we know that most of the low cap coins are first launched in Uniswap, then they will be launched in centralized exchanges. That is what we have seen yesterday. Because of these features, Uniswap's volume is overtaking the Coinbase Pro. So lots of projects are coming in Uniswap. So in terms of that, we need to do some technical analysis. We can do some chart analysis using for these projects using the charts. So if they are providing, it's huge. There is live order book, preview all of your buy and sell that are happening, given a specific token pair of Unitrade platform. Lots of things are provided by Unitrade, and also September is huge for them. You can see September 11th, Unitrade.app development beta launch. This beta version is going to be launched on September 11th. First thing. Second is September 14th, third-party security audit from reputable firm. The audit will be happening on September 14th, and September 30, Unitrade official platform launch. It's huge. They are going to launch their platform on September 30. So lots of updates for Unitrade on this month. So September is huge for them. So make an eye on this project, and now it is staying at $1.3, and it had made a high of $1.4. Now it is $1.3. So just wait for some consolidation, but in terms of these updates are coming in this month, so that we can expect a higher price. And next we are going to see is Parsec, and this is one of it's similar to Oracle, and it's providing data, and it's a quite small project. You can see in terms of market cap rank, it is 285, and it having a market cap of $24 million. It's a quite small project, and it has a lot of time to grow. And you can see in terms of the chart, now it made a high. It came from $0.01, then $0.07. It made a high of $0.3, $0.36. Now it is in the consolidation phase. So it's a good time to buy, good time to enter into this project, because it is in the consolidation phase, and it's a quite small project, and we have lots of things going on with this project, and it has huge potential because it is providing these things. You can see Parsec. Sometimes then it is okay. You can see that turn blockchain data into action. and you can automate certain things. You can set certain alerts in using this. What they are doing is connect blockchain activity to off-chain apps and devices, monitor and secure DeFi applications, build custom event triggers, and power real-time automations. They are it's mainly providing triggers like we can connect off-chain, that is we can connect off-chain apps or other devices to on-chain data. That is, on-chain data means blockchain. So if anything happens on chain, that is, if anything happens, if any price alerts or anything happens in blockchain, or any transactions, anything happens in blockchain, we will be getting an alert. We will be getting a trigger on off-chain apps. It's not only providing the alerts or triggers, trigger alerts. It also have other features. That is, we can set, okay, if something happens in blockchain, if some condition met in blockchain, and we can transfer the data to off-chain, and it will be connected to off-chain. So we can set, that is, okay, if this condition met, you have to execute these things. So we can set that also, that is, turn blockchain data into actions. So using that data, we can set some certain actions to be performed. So and it is a it's an already prepared template, and it's already prepared project. Just we can install with we can integrate with other projects. Other projects also can do this. For example, other blockchains also can provide this, and they can create for their own, but it is not advisable because it will take lots of time and very much expensive in terms of they doing for themselves alone. But like these projects, just using this project, it is cheaper to integrate with other blockchains. For example, there are certain integrations happened with Parsec. You can see this is what mentioned, instant notification. Okay, Bitcoin transaction, when address receives a new transaction, alert Telegram bot, alert me if Telegram alert me in Telegram about the new transaction. Okay, we can set this like this. And complex workflows, create complex workflows spanning across multiple blockchain and off-chain apps, add conditional logic, aggregate format data, and much more. This is what important. See, you can add conditional logics. Logic means, okay, if some condition met, do this or do that. Okay, these things can be done, and it is already prepared. It's a huge template. You can just integrate it easily, and there are lots of things. It's like a very easy workplace for small businesses and personal users. Parsec keeps smart triggers organized and accessible. Large enterprises are providing dedicated infrastructure and have ability to fully customize their monitoring application. It's simple to use. You can see, customize your workflows, think, drag and drop. It's about if you are creating a small website using WordPress.com. That is like this. Using WordPress, you can create a website easily by just drag and drop all these things. So this is what about Parsec. Already some of the integration has been happened. You can see it is already integrated currently with blockchain, that is Bitcoin blockchain, Ethereum, Dash, Celo projects, and they are going to launch Stellar blockchains. So instead of creating separate kind of this alert, separate kind of this Oracle system for each blockchain, just we can use this and integrate with all the blockchains. That is more important. So it's a high quality project, and it is in a smaller market cap. It has to be considered. Next, what we are going to see is next Oracle solution, that is DOS Network. DOS Network is from Chinese oracles. It is a Chinese based Oracle solution, and it had a huge pump in the last 1 year. You can see 3,736% up. In past 30 days, it is 224.7% up. So now in past 14 days, now it had a correction, and now it is in the consolidation phase. You can see, and it has a market cap of $29 million. It's quite small in terms of Oracle solutions we have now. And see, from all-time low, that is in 6 months. Before 6 months, having all-time low of $0.0075, that, and it had a pump, and it had a growth of 29,466%. It's huge, guys. And now we can see the price, how it is behaving. You can see it had a pump. It had made a high of $0.35. Now it drops, and it made a correction, and now it is in the consolidation phase. It's a good time to buy DOS Network because it has huge potential. It's providing data, it's providing Oracle solutions, and it is from China-based project, and that is a major thing. And you have to see this one. The market cap is too low, and it has huge potential. So we have to consider this one. And we have a major thing is this is in the consolidation phase. It's a right time to buy. Now it had a pump, drop, then it's in the consolidation phase. It's the right time to buy. So this is about the DOS network, and this is that their website, and they are providing this a decentralized Oracle service network to boost blockchain usability with real-world data and computation power. This is from China-based Oracle solution. Next, what we are going to see is we are going to see Teller. Teller is also an Oracle solution. It's a decentralized Oracle solution, and it have a market cap of $92 million. It's a quite big project compared to DOS and other projects. It's quite big, and but it has a greater chance to grow further, and you can see it had pumped a lot during previous days. Now it is having some corrections. Now it is not a good time to buy. We need to wait for some consolidations, but it has huge potential to go up. That is more important, and now we have to wait for the consolidation. That is more important. We can see these technical analysis for these projects in a separate video. And in terms of market cap, it is quite it's like medium. It's quite small and quite big, that kind of thing, but it has a maximum low maximum supply that has to be considered in terms of price. And Teller have greater partners, that is, you can see their investors are MakerDAO, Binance Labs, Consensus. So it's a huge project. It has to be considered, and it has a greater chance to grow further. Next we have is Band Protocol. Band Protocol, it's pumped a lot during the previous days, and it has a market cap of $323 million. So it's huge in terms of market cap, but less in terms of, let's compare to Chainlink, because Chainlink it is now in the top 10, and that Oracle solution. It is like the Band Protocol has been compared like Pepsi, Coca-Cola. It's a Band Protocol is based on Cosmos. Chainlink is built on Ethereum, but Band Protocol is built on Cosmos ecosystem. That is one of the important point. And it has a market cap of $323 million. It's quite big, but compared to Chainlink, it is quite small. But comparing with other Oracle solution, it is a quite big project. So comparing Band Protocol, we have Teller, that is also quite small. It is having $92 million market cap. But in terms of Band Protocol, we are having $323 million market cap. So it is quite big, and it's a quality project. That is very much important. And you can see the price went to a high of $16.69, and it is now consolidating, and it is again moving up. So it's better to buy at the consolidation phase, but now it is trying to break this high. If this high broken, there is no resistance above that, so we can expect the price can go further. So if anything like this, if the high is breaking, means you can have a purchase, because it can go further in terms of the price, because this high will be acting as a support for that price. So we have to see the Band Protocol also. It is very much important. See, you can see secure and scalable blockchain agnostic decentralized Oracle, and it is built on Cosmos. Why do blockchain needs data Oracle? That is about connecting on-chain data to off-chain apps or other things. You can see Band is connecting Binance, CryptoCompare, 2D apps. So lots of things are going with Band Protocol. And one more important thing is they had a partnership with Tron ecosystem. They had a partnership with the Tron ecosystem, I think on August 31st. See, Tron Foundation has strategically partnered and successfully integrated with Band Protocol. So one of the largest blockchain platform, we know that Tron is one of the largest blockchain platform to provide scalable and secure Band oracles for an ecosystem with almost 1,000 decentralized applications. So we know that Tron is one of the blockchain ecosystem, one of the quite large ecosystem. Now Tron is working a lot, and now they are providing good things. Now they had a partnership with Band Protocol. And last we are going to see this one. This is another Oracle solution, that is Dia, and we are going to see this one. This price also, you can see it went high. It made a high of $3.25 from $0.8, then consolidated, then it made a high, then it is consolidated, then it made again another high. So it had a high of $4.5. Now it is having a correction, and it can move in a sideways. That is, it can make some consolidation, then it can move further higher. So if you see the price from the previous times, you can see it made a higher highs, 1, 2, 3. So it's slowly moving and slowly making new highs. So we have to consider this project also. It has a future hope also in terms of Oracle solutions. one more thing we are going to look is the Rio DeFi. It is more important, that is Rio chain. We know that it is on Polkadot ecosystem, and this token has not been launched. This token is not yet launched, but it is very much important because it is integrated with OHM. That is OHM DAO. OHM, it's a decentralized organization, decentralized autonomous organization that is built on Polkadot ecosystem. So the projects which are launched on Polkadot ecosystem has greater future. So will be discussing about all the projects which is launched on Polkadot ecosystem in a separate video. So we have to have a look on this. That is Rio DeFi. They are now providing crowd sale, and they have provided the application form. So you can go to this link. You can go to Twitter and search Rio DeFi, and you could see their page, and you can get the form. That is for the crowd sale form. You can get the form from this link. So they are going to provide this. So you have to keep a track on this because it's a huge project, a huge DeFi project coming soon, and it's on Polkadot, and it has a major link with OHM DAO. OHM DAO is also a huge autonomous organization. It has to be considered. So this is more important in terms of DeFi. So that's all for this video. We have covered all the news, and we have covered about certain altcoins and huge potential coins, and we'll be discussing about these coins, their technical analysis, and how the price action is behaving. We'll be seeing those in a separate videos, focusing on, like we have focused around lots of coins, around 8 to 10 coins. So in that time, in doing technical analysis, we'll be focusing on 2 to 3 coins. We'll be taking that coins, and we are going to discuss them fundamentally, how it is strong, what are the fundamental things going on with these projects, and we are going to analyze technically. So both analysis we'll be doing for that projects in a separate videos. So hope you would like this video. If you like this video, please smash the like button, and also subscribe this channel in order to support this channel. I will see you guys in another video of Crypto with Crypto Mac, and also in the Crypto Click series. Until then, signing off, Crypto Mac. See you guys.